Hey everyone, welcome to my living room once again. Today I thought I'd just do a nice kind of flow with a lot of movement and ability for you to really get into your breath. It's just a really nice way to kind of let go and de-stress a bit, release any kind of pent-up energy by really utilizing those out breaths especially. So there will be an emphasis definitely on that today. So to get started, I'm going to ask you to come into child's pose, Balasana. So just coming onto your mat with maybe your knees a little bit wider here today. And begin to stretch your arms forward and just melt the weight of your body down towards the ground. Resting the forehead if you can. If that isn't achievable, you can always bring a hand down onto the ground and rest your forehead on that. Any last little wiggles here, any adjustments that just allow you to really just kind of get down and release. Paying attention to any places that feel particularly tight, the softening into the face. Try to melt between the shoulder blades. Get nice and heavy through the hips. Observing the points of your body that are making contact with the ground. And just think about kind of dropping down with a bit more weight, as though you were kind of being magnetically drawn towards the earth's core. Paying attention to your breath here as you breathe in and out through your nose. And pay attention to where that breath goes. Notice the movement that it creates in the body. As you find those in-breaths here, think about really breathing, especially into the low back. Feeling the ribs expanding, contracting. Find a rhythmic breath that you can maintain. Setting an intention today to just simply let go. Let go of your worries, your frustrations, anything that's taking up a lot of space in your mind. Really utilizing this opportunity to just simply be in the moment. Taking one breath, one posture at a time. After your last out breath, take an in breath and just look forward, stretching your fingers towards the top edge of your mat, and then rising all the way up onto your hands and your knees, tucking your toes under here, and settling yourself into a downward facing dog. And as you find downward facing dog, right away, pedal your legs, work some movements into any area of your body that just needs some attention. Take your time, bend your knees deeply, shift your weight, right, left, forwards, backwards, just whatever you need. Settling down into a downward facing dog, you're really kind of finding your hands here as you spread through the fingers, press down into the palms. Take an in breath, look forward, and just start to shift your weight forward so the shoulders are a little bit more stacked above the wrists. Keeping the toes tucked under, begin to drop the pelvis down like you're coming into a bit of a modified upward facing dog. As you exhale, pressing back into down dog. Inhale, slowly move forward, finding that modified up dog. Nice big in-breath here. Exhale to press back. Just doing that a few more times. Just noticing what kind of range of movement is best for you. After that last round, come all the way back, downward facing dog. Settle in for a moment. Relax into your breath. Take that last out breath, look forward, step the right foot to the outside of the right hand. lift the hips up slightly, turn your body to the left, and just reach your fingertips forward. And just begin to melt the chest, and maybe lean the right inner groins back here. Softening through the shoulder blades. Take an in breath as you exhale. Bring your hands all the way back. Step back, downward facing dog. Looking forward, step that left foot to the outside of the left hand now. Same thing here, draw the hips back slightly, walk the hands off to the right at a diagonal. As you reach through the fingers, feel the left inner groins drawing back, melt through the heart. Nice big breaths here, really receiving that space all through the spine. Inhale. As you exhale, walk the hands back in, returning to that downward facing dog. Take a couple breaths again, just kind of resetting the body, getting back into that breath if you've lost it along the way. And then inhale the right leg up. Exhale, pull the right knee into the chest. Take your time as you curl that right knee and look forward between your hands and plant that right foot forward. So if you need to use blocks at all, if you find that these movements are a bit challenging, blocks, books, whatever you have on hand can always be helpful. Otherwise, just stay up on your fingertips. Good. Take an in-breath here and just look forward. Think about pulling the shoulders back as you reach the chest forward. And then as you exhale, think about kind of pulling the hips back, rounding into the back, drawing the navel in. Inhale. Send the chest forward like you're coming into cats and cows, but in this lunge position. Exhale, round. Just a few more, moving at your own pace, working with your breath. Noticing where those fine edges are. Really allowing that breath to guide the movement. After your last exhalation, drop that back knee down. Find padding underneath that left knee if you find that this is uncomfortable for you. Good. Come all the way up here. Place your hands on your hips. Take an in-breath. As you exhale, just press the hips forward. Inhale. Exhale, press the hips forward. Just a few more here, just thinking about sinking down into the hips with each exhalation that you take. Trying to send that right hamstring towards the right heel. After that last exhalation, keep the right hand on the hip. Float the left arm up. Inhale, reaching over to the right. Exhale, straighten back out. Inhale, over to the right. Exhale, back. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, come back. One more time. Inhale, reach. Exhale, come back. Bringing your hands down towards the floor to frame that right foot. Maybe find blocks here if you need blocks. You're just going to start to pull the hips back, lift up through the right toes, folding over that right leg. And then inhale, just coming forward about part way with the heart. Exhale, hips draw back, folding over that right leg. Inhale, coming forward. A few more times here. Really noticing just kind of any subtle movements that you can make in your body that make this work a bit better for you. Where are you feeling tight? Where do you need to direct your breath? Good. After your last exhalation, come all the way back forward. Plant your palms, downward facing dog. Good. Take a moment. It might be helpful here just to paddle the legs out. Just kind of bringing the body back into balance. Soften the shoulders, relax the weight of the head. Take an in-breath, float the left leg up. Pull the left knee in towards the chest as you start to shift your weight forward. Keep that left leg nice and tight, look between the hands, and then plant that left foot all the way up between the hands. Take an in-breath here, send the heart forward. As you exhale, round into the back. Inhale, shoulders back, sternum extends. Exhale, find that rounding, draw the navel in. And just keep moving with your breath. Good, and then finally drop that back knee all the way down towards the ground. Find that padding if that's helpful once again. Take your hands to your hips, inhale. Exhale, push the hips forward. Inhale, exhale. Inhale. Exhale just a few more times, just kind of seeing how you can soften those edges, how much space you can create here. Keep working that left hamstring towards the left heel. Good. Sink forward, reach that right arm up. Inhale, reaching the right arm over to the left. Exhale, come back. Inhale to reach. Exhale, come back. Just a few more times here. Lots of space here all through that side body, lifting the ribs out from the hips, getting length through that side waist. Good. Next time you come up, hands come down to the floor, framing that left foot. Begin to draw the hips back. Again, use those blocks if that's helpful. Fold over the left leg. Inhale, rocking forward. Exhale, drop down. Inhale, come forward. And just continue here. In noticing if there are any very subtle movements that you can bring into your body in order to feel a bit better for you. Really try to own this practice. Don't worry so much about how it looks. How does it feel? How can you use your breath to better this experience? Good. Next time you come forward, plant your hands, step back, downward facing dog. Again, just take a breath or two, pressing your way back into your legs, rooting down through your hands, through your feet, releasing through the shoulders, the neck, softening the face. After your last exhalation, just simply walk your feet all the way to the top of your mat. Stay here. Feet are hip distance, maybe a bit wider. Toes point forward, knees are soft. Offsetting weight with a block or hands on the shins. Otherwise, just allow yourself to dangle. Maybe take your hands to opposite elbow creases. Rock from side to side. This might allow you just to free up a bit more space into the low back. Maybe give your head a little shake, yes, no, no, yes. Noticing the weight distribution across your feet. Really start to plant down into all four edges of both feet. Good. Coming into stillness here and just seeing what you can do to release a touch more. To really offer up more space into the body. Notice that resistance. Let the arms just drop down to the ground, super floppy. Bend into your knees a touch more, and then slowly begin to roll up to standing, one vertebra at a time. Letting your chin be the last thing to pop up. And then scooping your shoulders up towards your ears, roll them back, and relax them all the way down towards the ground. Stepping towards the top of your mat. Finding a nice mountain pose, Tadasana. Rooting down through the soles of the feet. Lifting up through the heart. Bring your hands together in front of your heart center once again, just to bring about that awareness of intention. Telling yourself just to let go. Just be in this space, be in this body, present for each moment that passes by. When you're ready, drop the arms to the sides, take a big in-breath, arms extend to overhead, Utthita Tadasana. Exhale, folding forward as your hands reach towards the floor, let the chin tuck. As you inhale, lengthen the heart forward, pull the shoulders back. Stepping back into a high plank. Take an in-breath. As you exhale, lower chaturanga. Inhale, coming into upward facing dog. If you prefer to stick with cobra, you're welcome to do so. As you exhale, pressing the ground away from you, Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing. Find your breath. And see if you can use that breath to assist you in getting a little bit deeper. So as you inhale, you're lengthening the spine. As you exhale, you're melting everything towards the back of the room. After your last exhalation, rise to your toes, soften your knees, look forward, and step your feet to the top of your mat. Inhale, half lift, shoulders back, sternum reaches forward. Exhale to fold back in. Root to rise here, inhale, arms all the way to overhead. As you exhale, palms come together in front of your heart center, Samastitihi. Again, inhale, your arms float up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lift halfway up. If you're wanting to hop back, you're welcome to. Otherwise, step back, high plank. Lower chaturanga, keep the elbows in. Inhale, upward facing dog, really pulling the chest through as you root through the tops of the feet here. And as you exhale, pushing the floor away from you as you drive your hips up and back, Adho Mukha. You keep plugging down through the palms, try not to lose that connection. Creating a really stable, really steady foundation. After your last exhalation, look forward once again, rise to your toes, soften your knees, stepping or hopping your feet to the top of your mat. Half rise, inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale all the way up, arms to overhead. Exhale, your hands to your heart. One more like that, arms up, inhale. Exhale, fold forward. Half lift to inhale. Stepping or hopping back, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale to open. Exhale, pressing back, downward facing dog. Again, soften the face. Really plug down into the hands, being really attentive of that space between the thumb and the forefinger especially, rooting down so you're not bringing weight to the outer edges of your hands so much. This will give your wrists, your elbows, your shoulders, and everything just a bit more of a chance of not feeling that achiness down the road. Take your last exhalation again, look forward, rise to your toes, soften your knees, step or hop forward. Half lift, inhale. Exhale, fold back in. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, hands to your heart. Good. So from that mountain pose, once again, arms to overhead, Utthita Tadasana. Inhale. Exhale, fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, half rise, Ardha Uttanasana. And Chaturanga. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha, Bhujangasana if you prefer. Exhale, push back, Adho Mukha. So take an in-breath here, float the right leg up. As you exhale, bend the right knee and start to just open up through the hip. Lots of space here all through that right side body. Start to swivel to the outer edge of the left foot, take the right toes behind. And think of coming into a side angle here. So reaching that right arm over your head as you press the ground away from you. Push through the sole of the left foot like you're standing on it, and press down to the ball of that right foot. Maybe look up here. Take an in-breath, the right arm comes up. As you exhale, very slowly, see if you can pull that right knee in, and then taking your time, step that right foot all the way towards the top of your mat. Good. From here, step the left toes in slightly, and start to straighten into that right leg. So this is where those blocks will be very helpful, or again, anything else that you have on hand. If you can bring your fingertips to the ground, however, please keep your fingertips to the ground. So take an in-breath here. As you exhale, begin to fold over that right leg. Take a moment here, just feeling the right hip draw back. Maybe a bit more weight comes into the base of the right big toe. Adding some movement, a bit of a flow here. So take an in-breath, lengthen the chest forward. As you exhale, come to the left toes, bend the left knee, and fold that right forehead in towards the right knee. Inhale, straighten the left leg. Hips draw back, chest extends forward. Exhale, fold.
Just continue with this movement. Continue to really ground through that right foot as much as you can. Good. Next time you come forward, see if you can kind of turn the left toes out, drop that left heel, fold over the right leg. Just take a few moments here. Good. Inhale, look forward, bend into the right knee. Try and keep your hips square to the top edge of your mat and float the arms up. Virabhadrasana 1, Warrior 1. As that right hip draws back, that left hip comes forward. Feel the bottom ribs coming in so you're not puffing out through the belly. Shoulders are soft, reaching through the crown of the head, through the fingers. Take a moment, just find that steadiness here, find that breath. Take an inhalation. As you exhale, pull your palms together in front of your heart. Open your hips and your chest towards the left side of the mat. Maybe get a bit longer here, coming into Warrior 2. Firming down into that left foot, that left thigh. Plug into the right heel. Make sure the right toes are pointing forward. Extend the arms out to the side, taking Warrior 2. Get nice and tall here through the spine. Soften the shoulders. Flip the right palm up. Inhale, reverse. As you exhale, come back up. Reach that right forearm to the thigh. Inhale the left arm up and over the head. Exhale, back up into 2. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, back into 2. Inhale, coming into that modified side angle. Continue with this, just moving with your breath. Find control, find rhythm. Good, next time you come forward, forearm comes to the thigh, left arm up and over your head. Maybe take the fingertips to the inside of the foot for just a moment. As you push down into that left foot, really reach through the left arm. Maybe look up. Inhale here, look down. Exhale, both hands come to the floor. Good. Either step back into down dog or vinyasa to down dog, up to you. Good, settle in here. Notice your breath, noticing any differences that you're aware of between your left and your right side. And then when you're ready, left leg draws up, inhale. Exhale, bend the left knee, stack the left hip on top of the right. Feel that right hip pulling back in space. Start to come to the outer crest of that right foot. Take the left toes over, hips up, left arm up and over the head. So think of side angle here instead of that chest opener. Pressing through the outer blade of that right foot. Inhale, the left arm comes up. So see if you can do this in slow, controlled manner. Begin to pull that left knee in. And then slowly, slowly, taking the left toes all the way down to the ground. Arms frame that left foot, step the right foot in slightly. Try to keep your stance about hip distance apart if you can. Use those blocks if that's helpful. Start to straighten into that left leg. Begin to lower the right heel slightly, fold. Take a moment, just experiencing that stretch in a static way. Left hip is drawing back as you plug down into the base of the left big toe. And then finding that movement. Inhale, send the chest forward. Exhale, bend into that right knee as you pop to the right toes. Bringing your forehead toward that left knee. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, find that bend. Inhale. Exhale. Just a few more times, moving at your own pace here. Next time you look forward, maybe step that right foot in slightly, turn the toes out, drop the heel, and fold. Continue to draw that left outer hip back. Keep melting over the left leg. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, bend into the left knee. Come all the way up. Warrior 1, Virabhadrasana 1. Hips are square. Find that steady foundation. Keep lifting up through the upper body. Soften the shoulders. Notice your breath here. As you find your next in-breath, exhale your palms together in front of your heart. Open your hips and your chest to the right side of your mat. Maybe get a bit longer. See if you can get the left heel to kind of roughly draw a line to the arch of the right foot. Extend the arms, soften the shoulders. Nice soft gaze down the left fingers here. Lifting up through the heart, relaxing the shoulders. Feel the crown of the head rising upwards. Flip the left palm up, inhale, reverse. As you exhale, come back up into Virtu. And then left forearm onto left thigh, right arm up and over the head as you inhale. Exhale, back up. Inhale to reverse. So just continue with this movement, seeing if you can keep the lower body pretty static. So just that upper body, really experiencing that stretch into the side body. Finding that strength, that stability through the legs. Good. Next time you come up, reach forward, bring that forearm down to the thigh, right arm up and over the head. Take a moment just to really stretch and reach here, plugging that into that right foot. If you'd like to, left fingertips can come to the block, or just come to the ground and to the inside of that left foot. Open up through the chest. Look up if you can. Good. Inhale, look down. And exhale, either step back into down dog or vinyasa into down dog. Yogi's choice. As you take your downward facing dog, take a big, huge in-breath through your nose here. Exhale, let it go. Just releasing again anything that you need to get rid of. Just reminding yourself just to constantly just let go. Arrive in the moment. After your last out breath, look forward, step your feet to the top of your mat. So start to bend into your knees. Shift your weight back into your heels. Float the arms up, coming into chair pose, Utkatasana. Feel the tailbone dropping down. Feel the navel drawing in. Just bringing some heat and some awareness into the thighs. Inhale here, exhale your hands together in front of your heart. Start to shift your weight into your right leg, lifting that left leg up nice and high, cross it over the thigh. So you might find that keeping the left toes on the ground is helpful. Maybe even hook the toes to the back of that right calf. Garudasana arms here. Right arm comes on top of the left. Elbows up, shoulders down, forearms away. If you can't quite get that wrap, just crossing the arms so you can hold on to opposite shoulders and rounding through the upper back. Keep that steady focal point. Find an in-breath. As you exhale, unravel. Float the arms back. Warrior three. Shoulders back, chest forward, look forward slightly. Push through the left heel, toes point down. Inhale here. As you exhale, fold. Maybe bringing your hands onto blocks. Take a big in-breath, lengthen. Exhale, fold in, taking a standing split. You might even take the right hand and kind of grab onto the back of that right calf. Lifting that left leg up as high as you can. Inhale, reach the chest forward, both hands onto the ground. Exhale, bend into the right knee, step back. Come into warrior two. Right palm up, inhale, reverse your warrior. As you exhale, press into a straight right leg. Inhale all the way up. So we're gonna come into triangle pose, but try not to worry about getting low. So just finding that upper body length to begin. So inhale, reach forward. Feel that right hip pulling back, reach. Lots of length all through that left side body, all through that right side as well. Hand comes down lightly. Maybe using a block here. Left arm comes up, turn the left palm forward, reach the arm over your head. Charge down through the legs. Try to soften that left side rib cage down. Try not to tuck the chin Open the throat, maybe look up. Good, when you're ready, come all the way back up, inhale. Exhale, bend into that front knee. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Exhale your hands all the way down to the ground. Either step back into down dog or vinyasa to down dog, your choice. Take a moment, notice your breath. Notice any differences between right and left side. After your last exhalation, look forward, step or hop your feet. Lift halfway up, inhale. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees, drop your hips. Once again, find that chair pose, Utkatasana. Good, bring your weight back into your heels, let the toes get nice and fluffy. Inhale here as you exhale, palms together in front of your heart. So start to shift your weight into your left leg. Make sure you have that focal point in front of you. This is so helpful for balance. And then start to lift that right thigh up. Cross it over the left. Maybe stay here, maybe the toes come to the ground. Maybe you can wrap that foot slightly behind the calf. And then taking the left arm on top of the right. Drop the shoulders, gently press the forearms away from your face. Find that steady gaze. If you fall out, honestly, not a big deal. Take one more in breath. As you exhale, unravel. Start to extend that right leg back. You can do extend the arms back. Taking warrior three. Shoulders back, hearts lifting forward. Press through the right heel, toes point down. Take in a breath. Exhale, fingertips to the floor. Coming into that standing split. Lengthen on the in-breath. Exhale, fold in, getting that right leg up as high as you can. Left hand can grab onto that left calf, perhaps to pull yourself in slightly. And then inhale, lift up, fingers to the floor, soften into that left knee. Gently step the right foot back. Come back into that warrior two. Left palm up, inhale, reverse. Exhale to a straight left leg. Inhale, come back up, reaching forward. So just keep reaching, 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 and then left hand comes down. Don't worry about getting low. Right arm comes up. Drop the right side ribs down. See if you can get a bit more length through that left side. Looking up if this serves you. Pressing down into the outer edges of the feet. Really strong foundation. With your next in-breath, come back up. Exhale into two. Inhale, reverse. Exhale your hands all the way down. Once again, step back into down dog or vinyasa to down dog, your choice. And it might be helpful when you find that down dog to take a big in-breath through the nose once again. Exhale it out. Good. When you're ready, right leg up, inhale. Pull the right knee in. And then take the right knee behind the right wrist, right foot to the left. Wiggle the left toes back, but keep the toes tucked under. Bringing your fingertips in slightly. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, melting down about halfway. Inhale, curl yourself up. Exhale to melt down. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, come up. This time, you can stay up here with the toes tucked under or drop that back knee, bring the top of the foot to the ground. Making sure that that right knee feels okay. So if you're feeling any discomfort at all, start to back out a bit. Take that block underneath the right sit bone. That might be helpful. If that is not helpful, come over onto that right hip, bend the left knee, and you're just gonna fold over the right leg. Otherwise, again, keeping those hips square, meaning that integrity through the knee. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, come on down. Maybe hang out on the forearms. You might even want to come all the way down. And after all that movement, begin to really pay attention to how your body's responding. Your heart rate might be up. You might notice some heat in the body. You might notice a few areas of the body that are just speaking to you. And just noticing. Try not to change anything unless there's pain. Obviously change that. That's never appropriate. But just notice. Notice if there's clenching. Are your hands tight? Your shoulders? Are you clenching your teeth? What you need to do to let go. Good. Take one more in breath here. As you exhale, rise all the way back up. Tuck your back toes under. And give that right leg a shake. Good. Pull the right knee all the way back in. Drop it down. Lean over onto that right hip. Swing the left leg around. Good. So you're going to keep your hips kind of open to the right, pressing through that left heel. Bring the left arm on top of the left thigh or to the inside of the leg or onto a block. Take the right hand to the right hip crease. Plug down into that right hip crease as you begin to extend through the crown of the head. Inhale, open. Reach the right arm up. Place the palm to the back of the skull, and then just gently lean the head back into that hand as you begin to spin the chest upwards. Maybe look up here. Good. Take an in-breath, come all the way back up. Exhale, release, and then just turning yourself so that left leg is in front of you a bit more. So you're a bit more squared with your hips. Inhale, get tall. As you exhale, Janu Shirshasana. So you're going to lean forward. Hands might hold onto your leg. You might use a strap. You might be able to hold onto your foot. But use your breath. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Take your time here just to melt into the ground. Obviously, any modifications that are appropriate here for any discomfort through the knees, supporting with a block, keeping a little bend in that straight leg if that's helpful. Take an in-breath here, look forward. As you exhale, come all the way up. Lean to the right and just kind of swing that left leg back. Downward facing dog. Pedal things out, any movement that you find helpful. Just again, make sure that you feel nice and balanced. And then when you're ready, left leg up, inhale. Pull that left knee in. Pivot that left knee behind the left wrist, left foot to the right. Work that right leg behind you pretty far, but keep the toes tucked under. Pop up onto fingertips. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, melt down. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, melt down. Inhale, exhale. Last time, inhale, come all the way up. Prop yourself up, stay like this if you'd like. Otherwise, bring the top of that right foot back down to the ground. And then take your time folding forward into your pigeon. Coming down as far as you'd like, using whatever props you find helpful. But try to really just soften, let go as best you can. Let go of any clenching, any gripping. See if you can settle into a nice steady breath here. Just noticing where this is felt. Good. Take an in-breath here, please, as you exhale, rising back up to straight hands. Or to straight arms. Tuck the back toes under. Give that left leg a little kick. And then pull the knee back in and just lean over onto that left hip. Extend that right leg out to the side. Good. Right arm comes on to the top or to the inside of that right leg. Left hand plugs down into that hip crease as you begin to twist the chest up slightly. Bringing down into that bottom arm. Left arm comes up, bringing the palm to the back of the skull and just gently lean back into it. Press the head into the hand. Spin the elbow up. Maybe look up. Good. Try to create as much space here as you can between the left hip and the ribs. Find an in-breath, come all the way back up. Move that right leg so it's right in front of you. Again, finding that Janu Shirshasana. Pressing that right foot away from you, toes point up. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Bringing hands to wherever they feel appropriate for you. Using your breath again to assist you and just finding just a bit more depth. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Feel that right hip pulling back. And again, continue to press through both the inner and the outer edge of that right foot. Noticing if you have tendencies to kind of have the foot flop to the side or maybe pointed toes. Just a few more breaths. As you take your next inhalation, look forward. Come all the way up. Lean to that left side as you just bring that right leg back. And once again, take downward facing dog. Take a moment. Pedal things out. Notice your breath. And just rise up onto your toes. Drop your knees to the ground. And make your way to your bum and then to your back. Setting up for bridge pose, Setu Bandha. So keeping your feet about hip distance, toes are pointing forward. Take your arms to your sides. Take a nice in breath here as you exhale, push down into the feet as you raise your hips. And you might find kind of moving your shoulders kind of underneath your body a bit more feels good for you. Some of you might find even interlacing your fingers and pressing the pinky side of the arms down into the ground. But think of the knees kind of moving forward away from you. Plug down into the big toe mounds, the centers of the heels. Keep the sides of the neck nice and long. Notice that breath. Good. Inhale here as you exhale, release the arms and just slowly lower the hips all the way down to the ground. So getting into some movement here, a bit of a bridge flow. Bring your arms over your head. Take a nice big in breath. As you exhale, hips up, arms to your sides. Inhale, arms over the head. Exhale to rise, arms come back to the sides. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. And then just settle your hips to the ground. Good. Take a moment. Pull that right knee in, keeping the left foot on the floor. And then just switch legs, right foot to the floor, pull that left knee in. Settle that left foot back down to the ground, cross the right ankle over the left thigh, getting into that glute here. So as you press the right hip and thigh away from you, stay as is if this is plenty, otherwise pick the legs up, placing the fingers behind the hamstring or in front of the shin. Keep the head and the shoulders nice and heavy. Keep lengthening the right hip and the thigh away from you, maybe some dorsiflexion in that right ankle. And pulling the legs in close enough towards your body that you feel a nice gentle stretch. Inhale here. As you exhale, gently settle the left foot back down to the ground, and then begin just to lower the legs over to the left, keeping this position. If you can, left hand is going to reach and hold on to that right ankle, securing that right foot to The floor is the right arm extends to the side. And think about kind of actively pressing the right hip and the thigh away from you. So you feel a bit of stretch into the outer hip, the outer thigh, maybe even into the side waist. Good. Take an in breath. As you exhale, let go of the ankle, come back up. And then just let both of your knees fall over to the left for a twist. If you'd like to, the left hand can come on top of that right thigh as the right arm extends. Just continue to look over that right shoulder. Really trying to relax the weight of the body down towards the ground. Breath, return the head to center. As you exhale, slowly come all the way back up. Just maybe bring the knees in for a second, just kind of rolling around, pressing the low back into the ground can feel really nice here. Bring the right foot back down onto the floor, cross the left ankle over the right thigh. You can extend that left hip and the left thigh forward, stay as is, or pick the legs up, placing your fingers behind the hamstring or in front of the shin. Head and shoulders stay nice and relaxed. Breath stays nice and steady. Ensuring that you pull your legs in close enough that you feel sensation, but not so close that you feel any discomfort or pain, knowing that that is never ever appropriate. Keep the jaw soft. Take an in breath here. As you exhale, settling that right foot all the way back down to the floor. Keeping the shape, begin to lower your legs to the right. So the sole of that left foot comes down to the ground. Right hand takes a hold of the ankle, securing the sole of the foot to the floor as the left arm extends out to the side. You can actively think of kind of pressing that left hip and that left thigh towards the top of your mat. Just being really curious and exploring just the different sensations. If anything feels really intense, see how your breath can allow you to cultivate more ease and presence in the body. Think of exhaling out whatever it is that you need to release, whatever it is that's causing any undue stress. And take an in breath here. As you exhale, begin to draw your legs back up. Unstack, and then just let your knees drop over to the right now. Left hand or right hand can come on that left thigh, left arm extends, maybe turn your head if this feels okay for you. And feel your breath just settling into something a bit easier for you to maintain. Good. Take an in breath, return the head to center. As you exhale, take the knees back up. Hug the knees into the body once again. Again, maybe pressing into the low back a bit if this feels good, getting some weight into that sacrum. And then find happy baby, so pull your knees in towards your shoulders, open the knees up slightly. Bring the hands along the inner calves. You might hold onto the ankles. You might find the inner or the outer edges of the feet. Bend the legs about 90 degrees as you come into your happy baby. Thigh bones pull down towards the floor as you simultaneously push the feet up. Keep the shoulder blades relaxed to the floor. And think about extending the tailbone forward slightly. Again, releasing any tension that's starting to move into the face or the shoulders. Continue to soften through the belly. Inhale here as you exhale, gently release the feet. Maybe give yourself one last little squeeze, and then make your way into your Shavasana. So whatever feels comfy for you, Maybe bring the arms and legs wider, take up space if that feels good. If you need to find some clothing or anything here to ensure that you feel really comfortable, do that now, and then settle in. Finding those last little movements, those last little adjustments until you can find stillness. As you slip into stillness, let your eyes close or soften into your eyelids. Take a big in-breath in through your nose here. Exhale, let it go. Feel the muscles in the face softening. Unclench the teeth, feel the lower jaw relax away from the upper. Soften into your tongue. Start to press maybe the back of the neck, the back of the shoulders, and towards the floor, and then just kind of let go. Start to press the low back or the upper glutes into the ground, and then just let go. Coming into this moment, coming into this breath. Begin to pay attention to each breath as it moves in and out of your body. Noticing that rhythm. Notice the subtle movement. See if you can, in a gentle, mindful way, begin to lengthen out your exhalations. So it's just a little longer than the in-breaths. And sometimes it's helpful to find a count to help you maintain that focus. So you might start by just inhaling, counting to 3. Exhale, counting to 4. And when that gets easy, maybe start to inhale to 3, exhale to 5. And eventually, perhaps you're able to inhale into 3 and exhale to the count of 6. Finding that 1-2 ratio. If you start to feel panicky, if you start to feel any anxiety creep up, or if you feel lightheaded, it just doesn't feel right, then just slow it down and just find a breath that's comfortable for you. Staying open and relaxed in the body throughout this. Stay here for longer if you have time. Really enjoying this time to be still. If you need to move on with your day in a very gentle manner, begin to find movement in the body once again, in any way that feels helpful for you. Eventually begin to draw yourself all the way upright, coming into a seated posture. Taking your palms together in front of your heart center, Anjali Mudra.
Just taking this opportunity to find gratitude for this practice today. Always finding gratitude towards yourselves for showing up, doing something for you. And may you keep this openness, this presence with you in your bodies, your hearts, your minds, so you can always come from a place of awareness, a place of kindness, a place of compassion always. Hari Om, Shanti, Shanti, Shanti.